Welcome back to Zemer of the Week, Zhao. I'm John Hornstein here with my co-host, David Rosenwine. David, I have a feeling that today's episode is going to be a little bit like herding cats. What are your thoughts?
Well, considering the already robust use of sound effects and the fact that we've got four people in the booth with us today, I think you're absolutely right, John.
That's right. We tried this out in a couple weeks prior in an episode that we did live at University of Michigan in our old stomping grounds where we had Kola Kavod,
Go Blue.
the Hillel a cappella group at Michigan. That was really fun. And so we thought, why don't we try it again? And I just happen to know one of the premier Jewish a cappella groups that there is.
You always had the connections, John.
Always. They're called Shmacapella. Grew up in Pikesville / Owings Mills / just the broader Baltimore area. I happened to go to high school with these goons, and really excited to have them on today. So, Shmacapella, welcome to Zemer of the Week.
Thank you so much, John.
It's a real pleasure to be here.
That was quite the introduction.
Great. It's great that everyone is really embracing my metaphor of herding cats. Do we want to just sort of like go around and say who we got here? So, we'll release how we do this and sort of bring down the veil on our technology. We've got a Google Hangout here. So do we want to just go?
Don't give away the secrets, John. The virtual recording booth.
I'm horrible at airing the dirty laundry. Don't worry, we do have an actual research team. If you were listening on a prior episode, and I revealed that. But do we want to just go sort of left to right here and introduce ourselves, Shmacapella?
Like geographically left to right?
Does everyone have? All right, I'll just call it out. So,
Good idea.
would you like to introduce yourself?
Who's that? Me?
Yeah. Do you want to just say a little bit about?
You're the westernmost, Adam, so you start.
I see. Yeah, this is Adam Walters, member of Shmacapella for since 2007, circa Evan's little brother's bar mitzvah, and it's good to be back with the Shmacafellas.
Great to have you. What are you up to these days, Adam? Where are you?
I am living in Columbia, Maryland, and getting my MBA at University of Maryland.
Awesome. Go Terps.
Go Terps, indeed.
Yep. Just so everyone knows, these schmocksters are all Maryland Terrapins.
Hey, watch your language.
Evan, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, this is Evan Margolis from New York City. I am currently Brooklyn's finest and most Jewish Manny. And in the mornings, I am developing film projects and trying to work as an independent filmmaker.
Evan, what is the most challenging thing that you face every day as a nanny?
Wow. Well, okay. So I don't know who your audience is, so I got to be real careful with this.
Yep.
Remember the Jewish Zadie rule.
It's the what? The Jewish Zadie rule. Yeah, the kids are just too well behaved sometimes.
Got it.
I like my job too much.
Well, we cannot sense any bit of sarcasm, but we are also excited to tell our listenership about the awesome thing that you're doing in terms of film production. You released a series called Josh Has a Genie.
Yeah, thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
And the Zach Ferentz, who's later to be introduced, is one of the stars of it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
So you should all go on YouTube and watch Josh Has a Genie. They're short episodes, 6 of them, right?
9.
9!
Dude, you got to catch up, man.
Yeah, seriously, I'm behind. All right, well, I'm exposing myself, but yeah, everyone should watch Josh Has a Genie.
Thanks, man.
Goldstein, Joshua, tell us about yourself.
Yo, sorry I had to get off mute there. I'm Josh. I live in Washington, D.C. That's all I got. Oh, I am currently playing dreidel while drinking a beer.
That is very in the holiday spirit of you, Josh.
Thank you. The latkes are almost done as well.
Josh, what are you up to in D.C.?
I work for a healthcare consulting firm.
Awesome.
Oh, which one?
I can't announce that on air. That's private.
Fair enough. Well, when
Is
I'm
that
not
true?
recording now, I'm also working for a healthcare consulting company.
Yeah, I'll hit you up after this. We'll chat.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, we're in the booth, so we can just talk offline.
Perfect.
Zachary,
Oh, hello.
what up?
This is Zach Ferentz, star of Josh Has a Genie, as you already know.
Woo!
It's a pleasure to be sitting in this virtual booth with the five of you. And I'm currently getting my master's degree in educational theater at NYU, which, as we all know, is located not in the Lower East Side.
Is that a good violence?
NYU is in Greenwich Village. It's on the west side.
That's why I said it's not in the Lower East Side.
For the listenership, there are some intense New York City geographic debates that have
I
been
just think he's been here for over a year. He should know like the basic Lower Manhattan neighborhoods.
Well, I explore about a 2-block radius on a daily basis, so...
Zach also lives in a sketchy part of town.
Do I?
Yes, you should know this.
Don, we should
I don't-
consider. I know we've brought up the idea of having a fashion podcast, and we've obviously toyed with the idea of a Zemer podcast, but maybe geography is really where we need to go.
Oh, my bad. I was off topic.
No, that's totally fine. We really talk about all topics here on the Zap.
It's true. Also, everyone should know that while we are in our virtual booth or our live booth, we get the pleasure of every time Zach talks getting a beautiful picture of him and his parents.
In overalls. He's in overalls.
That's true. The overalls can't be
Not right now. I'm in overalls in the picture.
Right. He won't reveal what he's wearing right now. That's probably inappropriate for the listenership.
Well,
That's
it's
one
not
of John's
much.
favorite topics to talk about on the podcast.
It's true. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Does one of you want to just jump in and tell us a little bit about Shmacapella? We are dealing with the logistics of handling multiple people on air. But yeah, Evan, do you want to jump in and just tell us a little bit about the history of Shmacapella and some of the gigs you've done and just generally about the group?
Sure, and please, everyone else, correct me if I'm wrong, but we started...
I'll take it from here, Evan.
All right, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm just kidding. You're doing a good job. Go for it.
We started, my mother, when we were like juniors, sophomores in high school, was like, oh, you should get your friends together and sing it at your brother's bar mitzvah. So we were like, all right. So there was, we got together, we did a few songs, and it went really well. So we
got paid in gefilte fish.
We got paid in gefilte fish and shears.
Can we elaborate on that?
Are we talking like good gefilte fish, or are we talking like the canned stuff?
Yeah, jars. We got paid in jars.
Wow.
So
There
the
wasn't any
jelly
fish
on
in
the
the
fish
jars.
came with it.
What was that?
It was just jars of jelly. There was no fish involved.
Got it. No actual fish. Just like
Yeah, just jars of jelly. Yeah, no. So we were like, wow. Well, we'll never need to buy food again if we keep this up. So we kept singing, and we wrote, we arranged more songs, and then we performed through at Maryland at Hillel. We do gigs at local shuls and bar mitzvahs and stuff. It was a lot of fun. What?
Some funerals.
Yeah. All right, that's not true, but.
That's not true.
And when Evan says we arrange more songs, he's being
Even
humble.
Steve.
He arranges every single song.
Wow. All right, well, we'll definitely have some more questions about that later.
What kind of song were you all planning on singing for us today?
We have a
Zach?
little holiday treat for you guys, being as Hanukkah is happening right as we speak. So this is a little Hanukkah song. You're probably familiar with it. It's called Sevivon. And we hope you enjoy it. Josh, why don't you spin your dreidel for us? or don't.
Just a quick question. How did you guys choose?
Do we have a sound effect for a spinning dreidel?
That would be unbelievable. I feel like we need to get like the Google sound effects Jewish pack downloaded onto the Google Hangout.
What
app.
other sound effects are in the Jewish pack?
I mean, so many. The shofar, right, would be
We got
one.
the breaking of the matzah.
The grogger.
Sure. Now, unfortunately, Zal funds are a little tight at the moment, so we couldn't afford to get the Jewish Google Effects pack. But hopefully sponsorships are coming soon, and we can put those on.
All right, so let's play the song, and then we're going to talk about it because definitely want to hear more about all the these guys are goofsters, as you can tell, but song's really cool, and definitely want to hear about all of the talent that went into putting it together. So without further ado, here is Sevi Bone.
Wow, that was great.
So, for the
I
listenership,
remember us sounding like that.
For the listenership, David has been practicing his "Wow, this is great" all day in anticipation of this. In actuality, we did play a recorded version because it is a little bit hard to sing a cappella live over Google Hangout.
Dirty laundry.
I know, I love airing dirty laundry. Okay, so guys, do you want to tell us how you chose Sevi Bone? I mean, was this like a Hanukkah gig that you were preparing for, or were you inspired by the music? How did you choose the song?
Adam?
I don't remember. Honestly, what happened? I think we were asked by a friend of the family
Uncle
at my
Moishe.
synagogue to do a synagogue gig for a party they were having, and I just said, "Evan, here," and he did his magic and whipped up a song for us.
Nice. Sounds like a lot of thought went into that.
I think we shouldn't. I think something should be made clear about our process as Shmacapella. There was minimal effort was put into all of it. So like it was kind of like, oh,
good.
like we should be like, oh, we should do that song, and then like next week be like, oh, are we still doing that song? Like, all right, well, let's just try it like this, and then like 3 weeks later we'd be like, are we still together? And then like a few weeks later we'd have a gig, and then like the 10 minutes before the gig we'd like try to get something together.
I wish we could speak more to the talent aspect that you mentioned earlier, but unfortunately it's non-existent.
Well, so first of all, I want to say that David, I think if you'll agree with me, we can relate to the non-preparation aspect that Shmacapella is talking about.
Again, I was thinking it, but wasn't going to air it.
That's fair. But
You
hey,
guys need to get on the same page.
right. But listen, sometimes you're LeBron James and you just have natural talent that you don't really need to prepare for, and I think that's you guys. So once you've chosen a song, Evan, do you want to talk a little bit about like the process that you go through to sort of like arrange the song, and like who's gonna sing different parts and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, one of the like unique things about us, but also like a restriction, is that we all kind of have the same. All right, come on. The same like vocal range. Sorry, I'm being berated on the chat right now. And so like arranging is easy because you can kind of just write like you just play some close together chords on the piano and just assume that we can all sing it, and so we all kind of knew each other's parts and could sing all the other parts. So arranging was pretty easy for the four of us.
Hey, Josh, I got a quick question for you. Can you
What's
talk
up?
us through how you even developed the name Shmacapella?
Great question. So we were sitting in a room one night, a little bit tipsy. We're like, what are we going to call ourselves? And someone's like, let's do Shmacapella. And we're like, that's a terrible idea. Let's not go with Shmacapella. And then a couple hours later, we hadn't come up with any other idea, and we stuck with Shmacapella. But let me explain. So like Shema, the prayer, to hear, so hearing a cappella. And then, of course, you have your a cappella, Shmacapella. And that's how we got the name Shmacapella.
Clever. I actually really like the name Shmacapella for the latter reason, not the first one. The first one's pretty intellectual.
We're getting a lot of comments on the airwaves that Josh is completely full of it.
Who remembers how we got the
Does
name?
anybody want to hop in?
I
Maybe
think we
Zach
stole
and
it from somebody, to be honest.
correct how the name actually came up.
I don't know that it's so far off from the truth.
Thanks, Adam.
I don't remember being tipsy in a room and trying to come up with names.
Maybe I was the only one tipsy.
I think Josh was trying to sound cool there, but the rest of it seems pretty accurate.
But Josh is so naturally cool, he doesn't need to
Amen.
try.
Amen.
That's true.
Yeah,
I forgot
he
about
was
that.
right. The ending was true. It was we wanted to do like an a cappella Shmacapella, which sort of talked to our lackadaisical approach to all of this.
Well, the
Well
reason
said.
the reason that I'm very happy with it is because it allows for a lot of great phrases and alliteration. Like I said, "Hey, you guys ready to rock?" And Adam followed up, "Hey, no, we're ready to schmuck." So I think it allows for a lot of great potential there. So
John,
My
you
favorite
also
comment was the "You ready, Shmacafellas?"
oh, I love that one.
Right,
Nice
we would
work,
have
Dave.
Schmacka rehearsals and Schmacka gigs. Everything got the Schmacka prefix.
It's kind of similar to what we're trying to do here with Zao. You know, a few weeks ago we coined the term Zao-tastic. There's so many things I think you can do with that. That's great.
I agree. So David is the official timer this week. We switch off, and he's motioning that for our listenership, we should probably schmacka wrap it up again with the dirty.
Well
laundry.
said.
He is he's yelling at me. But thank you so much, Shmacapella, for joining us. It is an absolute pleasure having grown up with super rock star musicians to be able to display you on our completely popular and totally booming podcast. But really, it's been fantastic having you guys on. And yeah, Dave, any other closing thoughts this week?
No, I just want to thank these guys a whole lot. Really appreciate it. And just a big preview for the Zao listeners. Next week we have John's birthday episode, so everyone stay tuned, because if you thought Shmacapella was great, wait till the birthday episode comes out.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm getting for my birthday this year? More gray hairs.
Have a great week, everyone. Hopefully you
No
enjoy
sound
City Road, and
effects.
happy Hanukkah.
Happy
Thanks.
Hanukkah,
Happy
everyone.
Hanukkah.
Happy
Thanks, guys.
Hanukkah.
What, that's it?
Sorry.